For the first time this season, we're on positive goal difference. Come on! Hey everyone, and welcome back to Turmoil Tranmere with me, GWFM. We are on episode 13 of season 3, and we're coming towards the climax of the, I don't know why I said climax, sounds a bit funny, of the season. But yeah, before we get to anything, we've got the question of the day that ties in with what I'm about to say. Tomorrow, today being Thursday, there's not going to be an episode out, just purely for the fact that I'm going to be going out pretty much as soon as I get home from work tomorrow, going for a curry, which prompts me to ask the question, what sort of meals do you like to go out for? Is it, do you like your curries? Are you going out for a Chinese or you can eat buffet, something like that? Let us know. An Italian? Just interested to know what you guys are into. But we need to get into this game and show you what's been going on. So yeah, touching on it, it's just a case of I'm not going to have a chance to record and edit and everything else. So I'm probably going to... I may release it over the weekend. I might just wait while Monday. Let us know what you think. If you'd like one on Saturday instead, let us know in the comments. Right. Anyway, as you can see, things are looking up in terms of this. Like a lot of green, a couple of red in between. Last time you joined us, of course, it was Oldham, so we've had 3 games in between. We have got Davis in goal. Davis in goal still, but it didn't seem to matter against Northampton. We beat them 4-1. Shrek got a brace. Smith Rowe got one, and Rian Brewster got a last-minute clincher for us. Not that we really needed it. But then we had a game against Southend away, and we got beat 3-2, which was largely disappointing. They were down to 10 men. They were 1-0 up, but it was 1-1, and they went down to 10 men, and they ended up going 3-1 up before we could pull one back. And I'm pretty sure that Shrek 69 minutes goal was the last highlight of the entire game, which was largely disappointing. Gillingham were next at Prenton Park, and they were one team that were down there, and they're fighting bravely against relegation, but we beat them 2-0. The Gunshaw and Lavatory getting the goals. It was pretty much a rotated side, and obviously we've got a game 2 days later, which is today against Bury. But before we get into that, let's have a look. A few little bits of news, and there's a little bit of disappointment here, because we're going to transfers. Jack Elliott is going to America. He's going back to America, should I say, or wherever Colorado is. I'm certain that's America. It's not Canada. I'm not going mad. And I don't know if I've caught up. I can't remember if I put in here a clause where I could extend his contract for another year. I may have done and may have forgotten. But what it was is I tried offering him a contract, and he didn't want to negotiate until we knew, even though it's pretty much nailed on that we're safe. He knew that we were going to be completely safe, because if you look here, we're on 57 points, and it is confirmed now because we're 18 points clear, but we weren't at the time, and he's ended up agreeing terms to go to Colorado, which is a bit of a shame. We technically can get in the playoffs, but we need to make up 12 points from 5 games. It's not going to happen. So we're going to have to accept that we're going to be in the League One for another season, but very, very happy. I did mention, of course, if we just go back into the competitions and League One, positive goal difference. There we are. For the first time, we won 2-0 last game out. So it's just balanced it out completely. Middle of the table, obscurity. But I'll take it after how we started the season. But I think we had 10 losses and 1 win and 1 draw. Wasn't good, was it? So we've not done bad, to be fair, to get into the stage where we are now. Hopefully we can continue it into next season. The one other bit of news, based on Adam Ford, one of my subscribers, is a top lad, always commenting, and he's an absolute hero. He prompted me. I'd already got past the point and he'd technically been released from his trial, but I've ended up signing him. Where's he gone? Terence Davis. This guy, remember, he's got 1.5 star ability. Now he says it's to do with determination. I have heard determination and work rate is key. And to be fair, he doesn't look that bad, so I'm going to take a punt on him. He's 15 years old, and just see if he actually develops any further. He's on the proper contract as well, 3 years, and I think he's got. I've got the option to extend it as well when it comes to it. But we'll have to wait and see what happens there. If he does actually become any better. But like I say, he did score in that final, the cup final, so I thought maybe he's got a point. Maybe I don't think he's going to be anywhere near as good as this guy, Cal Coyne, but it depends what level we're at. come the time when they're going to be getting used regularly. So that is it. Let's have a look at the team we're playing today, which is Bury. They are managed by Kenny Jackett. It annoys me, this Kenny Jackett. He's got a smug little face, especially when we were in Millwall managing. He used to beat Leeds, that is. And yeah, it was a bit of a pain. Their key man is a regen, which is Armando Trindade, and he looks pretty tasty, doesn't he? He's on loan from Manchester City, so yeah, he's going to be very, very good, isn't he? 4-star player apparently at this level, so he's one to look out for. Is he injured? He's in need of a rest. Maybe he might not be playing. But yeah, they've been like mainly in League 1 and League 2, largely League 2 I suppose for ages, and yo-yoed a little bit, but yeah, they've started to establish themselves as a mid-tier League 1 side now, so it's not going to be an easy game by any stretch of the imagination, but let's get into today's lineups. Right, so the first thing you might notice is we're playing someone completely different. That's because the first half of this video, the first part, for some reason, I unplugged my mic because it was twisted, or I had to fasten it on properly again. So I unplugged it, plugged it back in. OBS, for some reason, decided instead of having a full bar in terms of the volume that it's picking up with my voice, it had it down here somewhere so I could hear it. I thought, oh, nice one, I figured it out. I'd raise the volume so you can hear everything, but it also raised the volume of all the crowd, which meant you could hardly hear me. And yeah, it just would have been not good viewing. So I've decided to do the next game. I'll let you know that we lost 2-1. It was fantastic. But now it means that everything is out the window. We can't get promoted. We can't get relegated. I'm going to give a load of debuts to all the youngsters, and I'll go through the team now. So in goal, we've got Mitchell. We've got Sessignon, who's just been injured for a bit and suspended. He's back at right back. We've got Gibrin at left back with Lennon alongside Lennon. Lennon, and then Kennedy alongside him. He's one of the new guys. A lot of 15-year-olds in this team, by the way. We've got O'Connor alongside Draper in the middle of the park. Untested partnership, of course. Got Gribbin because we've got to make sure he plays every single game. I'm tempted if he has a bad game, I won't play him again, I think, for the rest of the season. And then we've got Noah Kosuke on the right-hand side. We've got Davis, that man highlighted earlier on, alongside Coyne, the top prospect. They're both up top, so hopefully we can give this Bradford side a run for the money. They've got Sherpen in goal. They've got Brown at right back with Vokins at left back. With Willis alongside Knight, Percival in the middle of the park. They've got Roman, Vincelos and Reeves in the middle of the park. They've got Samuelson on the right, Bramwell on the left with Wyke and Hurst up top. Now, one thing I will say is I've played with most of these players. Vincelot is absolutely class. I have to say that. Knight Percival's decent as well, but on here he'll be aging a bit now. And Wyke's good as well. So I know a couple of these players, and I know a couple of the problems they're going to cause, but hopefully we can deal with them. Obviously, what we're going to do, I'm not going to say, you know, we owe you, because at the end of the day, it's all youngsters, pretty much. So I'm just going to say, play with no pressure, and most of them have reacted like that, so I'm quite pleased. So most of them haven't reacted at all, but I want in to say no pressure. Let's have a look. I've seen better. But anyway, I just want to have a look at all the youngsters, you know, give them a few games before the end of the season, seeing there's nothing to play for. You know, it doesn't matter whether we finish 14th or 15th or 8th or, you know, 20th, because at the end of the day, our goal was to avoid relegation. So it doesn't matter where we finish. You're talking, it's not really a massive amount of money difference in this league for where you finish. Nothing that's going to be you know, life change or anything like that. So if it was a Premier League, then you're talking millions for every position. So there's value for finishing as high as possible, but not in this division. So that's why I thought, you know what, sorry, let's get them some game time. Here's no Kosuke though. It'd be good if they can get a you know, decent result. We've got Gribbin just as like a set piece. What the hell was that control? And then just stop, mate. Cheers, mate. Oh, what a save, Mitchell. He's actually 1 star. Not like the 5-star grey. He's actually 1 star. Oh, look at this now. Counter-attack for the win. Come on, Davis. Feed him through. He does. Gribbin. Oh, what was that? I expected of all the players on the pitch, you were the one that I'd put my house on to score. It's good if I didn't, because I'd be like literally turfed out of here. It's back to Reeves. He's a good player as well, it has to be said, but he's giving it away. Draper mauls Vince up to the ground. But now it's Reeves once again. Samuelson on the right hand side, in a position to whip it in. He does cross it in near post. Hurst is there. It's not Jeff Hurst, lad. It's Hurst that used to play for Chef Wednesday's lad. But he's set up Charlie Wyke. 1-0 down. It's a valiant effort by the youngsters, but they've lasted 15 minutes. Get encouraged, lads. Right, so I'm just going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to put it on fluid. See if they adapt to this at all. We're going to go pass into space and dribble less. For now, I'll do that for now. I might put express yourself later on. Wow, what a ball that is, and Coins in behind. Decent effort, unlucky, mate. Yeah, I'd love for London to get a goal, become like the youngest goal scorer. It'd be awesome. But that was a decent chance. Right, corner. Gribbin with the corner. Set piece specialist, of course. I've got Shrek on the bench if need be. Yeah, just casually jog back there, Gribbin. Cheers, mate. That's Hurst. Counter attack in full flow here, and that's going to be 2. Oh, what a save, Mitchell! Fucking David Mitchell's going. No, mate. No, you're not having it. I didn't watch enough of Peep Show or anything like that to know what's happening. He couldn't stop that though. 2-0. So half time is here, and there's only one thing really I can say, and that is absolutely terrible. Maybe not. You know what? I'm going to try and be sneaky. I'm going to say we owe him. That's a decent reaction to say that most of us have never played a game of football in their life, not in the open age anyway. That's nearly a C green. Come on, boys. Give us give him what for. A couple of poor performances, not as poor as Harry Lennon the other game, but a couple of poor performances. So long clearance, gone straight to Willis, and now it's to Vincelot. Let's Reeves forward towards Wyke, who's obviously going to win that in the air, despite saying that no one has beaten Kennedy in the air this game about 2 minutes ago. It's only gone as far as Reeves, and now it's Hurst once again, running the show at the minute. Now it's Samuelson, looking for the options, gone wide, crosses in towards Wyke, who will win that in the air. But it's headed over, which is a surprise. Let's make a couple of changes. I think Gribbin's playing third. Let's have a look. Just get out there. Nicky Webb's the one who reacted when I didn't think he would, because it's normally no pressure when it's your debut. It's a penalty and Gribbin's still on the pitch. Shrek's on the ball, but Shrek's on the pitch. He nearly saved that then, but 2-1. The comeback is on. Get praised, sons. Hopefully we can push on and get an equaliser or something. It'll be a great result with largely a youngster team. But obviously we're still way off there, having a hell of a lot more chances than us. We'll leave it till the 70th minute, and I'm going to change it up a little bit with regards to tactics. But Shrek's on it now. A couple of decent passes on the pitch, basically. We've got Shrek and Gribbin, who can maybe run the show. McCreacon's not a bad passer of the ball himself. I think he's got 14 or 15. That's a bit of a loose one from him though, but Draper's giving it away. Samuelson forward to Wyke. Long ball over top for Hurst. Hurst has got him behind Lee Kennedy. Oh no, it wasn't Lee Kennedy, it was Lennon who clears it away after it hits the post and nearly hits the other. Bit of a let off. I've missed 10 minutes by accident. Let's go overload since the last 10 minutes. Let us also go clear ball to flanks, more directs, and keep it fairly wide, why not? And then be more expressive. And you know what, run from positions, why in the hell not? Let's hit early crosses as well, why not? Get in there like swimwear. Come on, Colin, you've got to get a goal. Vokins with the corner though, it's not really dealt with by Lennon. Willis can find Vokins again, plays it to Reeves. And I can score some long shots, you know, I've seen it first hand. But it's Bramwell first time to Wyke, square to Hurst. That should be a goal. Mitchell, you know what, Mitchell definitely has a future based on this performance alone. I know that he's conceded 2 goals, but the saves he's made have been unreal. And that's a good block there on the line. I think it was Sessignon. But yeah, come on, boys. You can do it! They've had twice as many chances, but I'm quite... we've had 7 half chances and 2 clear-cut opportunities, albeit one was a penalty. They've had 8 clear-cut opportunities. Which kind of tells you how well the goalkeeper sort of has done, considering he's made 8 saves. So, like I said, I'm quite pleased with Regan Mitchell. Here he is looking all his glory. Professional young lad. Reflexes 14, handling 12, 1-on-1's 9. It's not a bad starting point. By any stretch of the imagination. Gibring crosses deep. Ooh, just how you like it, but not this time. 7.5 for Gibring. That's not a bad performance at all from the young left back. But yeah, I'm happy with this, even though we've lost. It's not very often when you lose you feel a bit happy, because it's a bit like an experimental game. You kind of feel like it's not too bad. And we were underdogs, give it your best. We won the second half, let's not forget. I'm really, really, really pleased with that performance from the vast majority of the youngsters. I'm pretty sure no one below 6.5 as well, looking at that. I might have missed someone at the top. And if it was, it was probably Sessignon or someone. But yeah, very, very optimistic about our future. So definitely going to play them in the next couple of games. This is where we are now. We're 14th. Like I said, we can't go down. We're 16 points clear with 3 to play. And also, like, we're now 16 points. Well, we're directly smack bang in the middle. So what we're going to do, I was originally going to do Bradford, Peterborough, Charlton and Blackpool. And just come back for the end of season review. I'm going to do the same again, but minus obviously Bradford City. So you can see their con goal, it's got a right goal as well, to be fair, so I'm a bit gutted you missed that one. But Peterborough, Charlton and Blackpool, end of season review even. These are all probably going to be losses, but yeah, hopefully you can join us for that. So apologies for the mix-up in terms of the game, who we were playing. It's literally like a schoolboy error on my part, but it wasn't as obvious, like, because you know, you do things and you don't even look at your editor. You just think, all right, everything's set up, right, you're good to go. Boom. Don't know what boom is, but you just go with it. So that's what you do, and then you just realise, afterwards when you're editing, it's a bit quiet. I know, I'll lift up the volume. Awesome. And then you get to the game time. It's all you can hear, and me like this over the top of it. So yeah, not very good. But anyway, hopefully you understand, and at least hopefully I've kind of tried to rectify it. It does mean it's later out than what I thought it was going to be. Don't forget, there's not going to be an episode tomorrow. This has definitely made it, so there's no chance of an episode tomorrow. And yeah, hopefully join us on Monday. But don't forget to let us know. I think I asked this question earlier. I did do, yeah. Whether you want one out over the weekend, or is it worth just taking my time, making sure I try to get ahead of it and give me a bit of breathing space, and then really sit on Monday again and hopefully have a few episodes ready. Let us know in the comments. But enough jibber jabber. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you have, why not go ahead and press that like button. If you'd like to see more, feel free to subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you then. Bye bye.